Releasing your first song ever is such a huge milestone, but if you don't handle the promotion right, you're going to end up getting lost in the noise. And so I'm sharing the 7 biggest mistakes to avoid when releasing your first song. And unfortunately, so many of my social media coaching clients go through this. And on their second release, they'll say, never again. I'm going to do it differently. And these mistakes always stem from either planning, creating content, or promoting the final product. And so to avoid you making these mistakes in the first place, I'm sharing the lessons so that you can make an impact with your release. And avoiding these mistakes can be the difference between a release that gets attention and one that barely reaches an audience. And so I'm just here to make sure your video doesn't go to waste. But if you're new to the channel and you've never heard of me, my name is Ayaz. I'm a social media strategist and a music marketing coach working with labels, independent managers, and artists themselves to empower them with a social media strategy and build them a game plan to get from where they are at less than 1,000 streams to comfortably hitting 10K, 30K, or 50,000 streams per song. And these tips come from real world experiences of things that have worked and what doesn't. And so I want to help you launch a campaign that actually reaches the listeners you dream about. So we're going to cover these 7 mistakes. We're going to break down why each one works and why it doesn't. So what you can do instead. Let's dive in with number 1. That is filming ideas that you want to post, not ideas proven to work. It's very tempting to go with your own ideas for content and come up with a creative storyboard. But respectfully, you've never gone viral. And so why do you think that this idea has the potential to? Sometimes it's far better and smarter to learn from what's already working. You can check the trends in your genre. You can see what a big artist in your space has already done. Reverse engineer it and put in a fill in the blanks version of you and your craft, you and your message, you and your song. And use data to inspire your content. You don't need to just rely on your gut instinct to know what the audience already like. The proof is already out there in the pudding. And so what I think you can do instead is spend time studying the platforms like Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, and see what type of content gets traction. Start bookmarking those posts so that when you next have a song, you can use it as an ideation session to say, I'm going to replicate these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 ideas, and then I'm going to do it with my song and my inputs. Mistake number 2 is that I see artists creating all the content that they need, but not editing it until the last minute. If you've shot a ton of great footage, then you want to wait till the day you need to post it to edit it. You are wasting time and missing a trick. This creates stress, and you've got enough stuff to do on any given day during the pre-marketing or the post-marketing of your song to worry about this. Use all that time in between to edit every single video you need, have them headlined, and just sitting in a Dropbox or a Google Drive folder ready and waiting. You don't want any last minute problems or unexpected issues to derail your campaign. You put so much hard work in the upfront process. And so rushed edits won't do your music justice. What you can do instead is, like I said, edit well ahead of time. Give yourself plenty of breathing room to attack it week by week, half an hour slots at a time, and just edit that content down, ensuring it's polished, it's well thought about, well strategized, and ready to go live. Mistake number 3 is not thinking what you're going to say before shoot day. So going into a shoot without a plan can make your content come across as unprepared because you're thinking while talking. And you are trying to be in the moment with the pressure of a camera filming you, and you're trying to think as well as be prepared. And you'll just come across more professional if you know what you're doing. You'll be more persuasive. You'll be more impactful with that preparation. And so write a shot list. Write a filming script. So the sentence you're going to say before the performance, don't make it up on the spot. Have 20 variations of that sentence written out so you can read them off like you have a script and you can do takes. This is going to give you a roadmap of what to say and just stay on track on your shoot day with the values and the message you want to communicate. Number 4 that I see artists trying to get to 50,000 streams do is writing the headline while editing instead of before the shoot day. Your headline, the white writing above your head on TikTok or Instagram, is what catches attention first. It's the hook to your audience. But if you're only thinking about that during the edit, you're missing out on kind of shaping your content around that strong headline. And so what to do first is to bookmark loads and loads of videos with strong headlines. I have an entire system with over 300 content ideas saved for the artist inside my coaching community. That's probably the number one reason you can join, just to get access to that database. But then knowing the hook ahead of time can help you create the right narrative and feeling in the content as well. For example, if you're talking about creating ethereal music for all the Spanish baddies, you'll give that energy out in your content. That's a real headline from an artist called Sophie Castillo. But if you don't know that headline, you're making it up at the last minute. If you're writing POV, you're finding music for all the Latinas, you're missing out on that right energy. You're just using these tired, corny, old phrases instead of the fresh ones that are on trend right now in the platform. Mistake number 5 that I see artists make when planning their content is to only prepare for pre-marketing, what to post before the song comes out on streaming. And they wait to do the post-marketing until after the record is out. I hate when an artist will say, I'm going on holiday, I'll film content when I get there. I promise you, you won't have time. You say you're going to a lovely beach, or you're saying you're going to a beautiful island, it won't look the same as what you see in your mind's eye. Unless you get there at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be busy. There's people there. You won't want to film in public. You won't want to film while your partner or your friends are watching you. And it's far better to have the content shot in the country you live in rather than wait till you get to that beautiful destination. So have a plan for your post-release content. Keep promoting the song harder after release than you did before release. Because now they can go and stream it. It's just your job to get traffic there every single day. Whereas before you were building hype so that when it did come out, there would be some attention there. You still have to push down harder on the gas. So follow-up content like performances, behind-the-scenes stories, remixes, open verses, all of this stuff can drive streams, but you have to prepare for it in advance, not once the song is finally out. That leads me very nicely onto mistake number 6, is thinking you haven't posted in a couple of days and then creating, editing, and posting it on the same day. When you are doing this on the fly and you haven't made content in a couple of days, it's stressful. You're going to feel anxious, and that often leads to low quality content. This approach just means that you're always scrambling, and it's so hard to stay consistent when your brain's not focused. What you can do instead is batch create your content and schedule it out. I often tell the artists I coach is to pick 3 different styles and do each style 5 times. So that could be walking, that could be in a corner shop, and that could be with headphones on in a busy place. And so you did 5 corner shop videos, that won't take you long. 5 videos with headphones on won't take you long. And so you get used to doing this work in batches, and it avoids that last minute rush. And last but by no means least, mistake number 7 is thinking just because you announced it, people will listen. And that's exactly it. Nothing more needs to be said. Your audience needs more than a single announcement. They need reminders and reasons to engage. You're trying to tell people why they should listen, not where they should listen. And so what you can do instead is promote a song over time. Build excitement leading up to the release and keep the buzz going after it's out. Give people a reason to check it out by storytelling what your song is about, why you chose the title, where you wrote the song, when you wrote the song, which lyric is your favorite, how you wrote the song. And these fresh reminders in different contexts will help. And so that's a wrap. These are the 7 mistakes to avoid when releasing your first song. But wait, because I want you to let me know which of these you've ever made. And so before we wrap up, I want to tell you about how you can join my coaching program, the 100K Hitmaker. It is designed for artists like you to go from less than 1,000 streams to 10,000 to 30,000 plays on every track you drop. If you are interested in finding out more, DM me the word Hitmaker and I will give you some more information. I do sessions every single Monday with all the other artists inside the community. You learn, you grow, you network with other people, and I give you the best strategies that I have been testing with the other artists inside the community. And so I am learning and educating at the same time. It's incredibly powerful, and I'd love you to be the next artist that we welcome. And I want you to watch this playlist next for the strategy of what you actually need to do to market a song to 10,000 streams.